from Ford Field in Detroit. It's a special.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers? 1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss. Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. Now, this defense for the Lions, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
To throw on 3rd down, Franklin. He finds his man, complete. It's Watts. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now a throw here to his running back. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 45-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. I'm curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Franklin. He finds his man. Complete. That's Watts. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Franklin. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Stonewalled on 2nd down. Now let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal from the 2. Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 4th down, Mike Vrabel says, let's get 3 out of this. He sends on the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick here is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So here are the Lions now as they get set for their opening drive. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5". Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams. That one's a milestone. Touchdown number 150 for his great career. And the Lions are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we could walk away with a win.
And his throw here's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down. Franklin got his man complete over the middle. It's Watts. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now a first down carry for Harris. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On second down now, Vincent. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Looking to throw. Franklin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 83 yards.
Well, obviously he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time. Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And he is going to have a Lions first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the... Now a hit and a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. 21-3 is your score after 1. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Off play action. Franklin. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They'll look to throw again. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game, because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown.
Laviska Shenault.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Patriots get a bit closer.
On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the...
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 83 yards.
And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
67 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. So here are the Lions to take over. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they're on the heels of that nice win last week over the Packers. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 35. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off the play fake. Temple. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Pats will take over here just shy of the 30.
So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
They'll start the drive with Harris. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
On first down, Franklin. Throw left side, going to be caught by Chenault.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line. Now a dump off here complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw again. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. His pass caught at the 4. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Looking to throw on second down. Franklin shakes off the sack. And he's got a man here, complete. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Point after, right down the middle. And this is back to an 8-point game.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. Steps away to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense.
Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. To throw again, Temple. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Temple, and he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Off play action. Temple. It's Williams on the catch. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Now a handoff up the middle. Goodson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 12-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On second down, Goodson. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Goodson. And oh, he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Patterson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. And they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And just a yard to go here on second down. Now a give, running left is Harris. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Up the middle they go. Vincent. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he's got this down to the 35. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Looking to throw. Franklin. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Now a handoff up the middle. Vincent.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. Final minute now of the third quarter. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
Back to throw. Franklin. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris with career touchdown number 125, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list.
And the Patriots are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
They'll try and throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd down, Temple.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Into the hands of Williams across the formation.
And he is out of bounds.
Now Mike Vrabel unsure of that last call. He's going to throw out the red flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Throwing to start the drive. Franklin. Quick hitter here. It's complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
He finds his man, complete. That's Watts.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This is Chenault on the receiving end.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's second down. Looking to throw. Franklin. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They have 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. The offense on third down tonight, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Franklin. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Looking to throw. Franklin. He finds his man, complete. That's Watts. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Looking to throw on second down. Franklin. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the back. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris with career touchdown number 126, the same number Jim Brown had during his 9-year career.
And the Patriots put together a fourth-quarter drive to take the lead.
And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth-quarter lead. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25.
Jamison Williams and the Lions get set for this next possession.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put...
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Lions answer. Back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
So the Patriots now down by 4, and time a huge factor. They'll have 2 timeouts and, of course, also the 2-minute warning as they go to work on first down. On 1st and 10, Franklin
setting up the screen, Harris.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Franklin
into the hands of Smith-Schuster on the crossing pattern.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw.
That's going to be caught. It's Chenault.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He's back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now they got to get to the line quickly. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will take over. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Goodson. And this will wind up a Lions 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll run on 1st down. Goodson.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.